And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Been Rollin' playing the Old Republic, Smuggler style. We are looking for the, well, the end of our story here on, here we go. Hidden way the heck up here. No, I never looked up here. It's just a hole in the roof. Alright, let's do this. Now, I'm pretty sure the same rules apply as did, well, all the other times we came to this point on this planet. Whereas, if we die, we have to start all over. So, I plan on not dying.
This'll hurt you a lot more than me.
So I'm going to use my cover effectively, just in case, and see what we can get out of this. Of course I can't see him. Always make sure that we heal up, both ourselves and Risha, after every fight. Do I have to do anything with these consoles? The Rakatan consoles? Doesn't look like it. Alright, he's walking away. What do we have here? Some beasts and a beast tamer droid. Salvage the droid, heal her up. Is he coming back or is he still moving away? He stopped? So I guess that's a neither. Okay, now he's moving away. And now he's coming towards us. And while he's got his attention on her,
You picked on the wrong girl.
got that right. Guess she's got them both. Guess that's the command it takes now. Alright, in here. Oh, there's a ship all the way at the end. Vault's 806. Holy Jehoshaphat. Run away. I'm not drawing that thing in. Now you can attack him. Remember what I said about being cautious. Are you actually gonna do what I told you to do? There we go. Oh crap, and it's coming this way. Run! I much prefer dodging it than having to fight him. I don't want to have to start all over. Whoops.
Didn't I kill you?
Zekilesnime, bagdista da bastiatben, albi farvotorkesni. Zitnes ziur doriki da shirdoliki, fifi patja. Marug yaldest mahtekis kilin jammis en jibbalba.
Help me take down Rogan, starting with his bloodhounds here.
You've proved there's more to you than the flash of a blaster. I'm listening.
Atufer, ila hakan arjes yes mi berkitik moronafne.
Yes. Every minute I live, Rogan courts his death. What deal do you offer?
If I take you on, I'm in charge. I talk, you listen.
You're hardly the first who's thought to take my place. This vault holds an escape vessel, abandoned here by the race who built this planet. It is the only way off without Republic aid. Let us be partners. Help me launch the craft and defeat this rabble, and together we can reclaim what Rogan stole from me.
Whoops.
Zekilesnime, bagdista da bastiatben, albi farvotorkesni.
This'll hurt you a lot more than me. Scratch one loser.
Take it that's all of them. Let's heal up. Just in case Ivory decides, oh, the tables have turned? Well then.
Enough. The Republic has taken much from me. It's time to hand off the crown. Let me serve you. Together we can destroy Rogan and retake my empire in your name. With your skills and the knowledge of my years, no one will stand against us.
Oh, they have to be dark side choices.
Make it worth my while? Then I'll let you take a chance with that escape pod.
Hardly a generous offer once you've destroyed my men and led the Republic right to me. But I would rather face them than you. I will transmit the locations of Rogan's known safe houses and his private stashes. If you cannot defeat him with that, you don't deserve to.
Yeah, I took a dark side choice. I know. Not exactly what I was going for, but at the same time, you know, I did start off saying this would kind of be my neutral character. Well, everything about him should be neutral. Alright, we're gonna go back to the last base. Because we have stuff to turn in.
You were true to your word. The Eshkar leaders are down and their grunts are scrambling to reorganize. They're pulling back now. Should give us time to catch our breath. Thanks.
What else can you tell me about these Eshkar?
You've probably guessed the Republic didn't build this place. It was constructed thousands of years ago by a species called the Rakata. The Rakata hated the Eshkar. Wrote about them like they were a plague. Waged a war that engulfed the entire galaxy. In the end, the Eshkar were nearly wiped out. The few 100,000 survivors brought here to be locked away in stasis.
If only the Imperials had known how dangerous the Eshkar were.
Idiots were so giddy about making life difficult for us, they didn't notice all the do not open signs. The Eshkar conquered half the galaxy in their heyday. And they'll pick up right where they left off if they ever escape. Your raid caught them off guard. They're crippled, shaken. Now is the time to press our advantage and halt their advance for good.
I think that pretty much goes without saying.
We've traced the bulk of the Eshkar's comm activity back to a small cavern. We think they're using it as a command station. Whoever's in there is coordinating the Eshkar's entire offensive. It's our best shot at taking out their leadership. I want you to take it.
I do best when the stakes are high.
There's a lot of extra comm chatter coming out of that station. Not sure what all the commotion is about, but we can't wait to find out. Find the station, take out the leadership. Then, maybe we can go back to pushing the Imperials off this rock.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'm gonna pass on that stuff for now and just take a commendation. When I get to Voss, maybe I'll start taking armor and all that stuff again. Right now, doesn't seem all that important. Alright, now let's go all
Greetings.
the way
You are
back.
cleared for the following travel routes.
Why would I go there? Now you're making me second guess. It's over
Be
here.
safe out there.
Let's go turn in our main story quest. That way, if you guys are no longer interested in anything that goes on this planet, this can, you know, be the end for you. Instead of watching, you know, the 1.5 episodes it's going to take to finish everything else. Oh, and some people were asking, with the game going free to play, do I plan on canceling my subscription? Yes. As a matter of fact, I already have. Now, I've already paid for, you know, a good chunk of time to finish everything I'm doing, but, you know, by the time it does go free to play in the fall, that's when my subscription would actually run out, so... I paid for just the right amount. Trainer, do that later. Just go turn this in. Not that we're going to do it much later, just later.
Captain, Commander Skylus just told me his troops apprehended Ivory trying to escape Vault 806 in some kind of alien vessel. What happened? Did you not make it in time?
I got what I needed. What happens between you and Ivory now is your business.
You let him go? After everything I said, I went out of my way to help you. I risked my job. I thought you had a greater sense of loyalty, but I shouldn't be surprised I was wrong. I think it'll be best for both of us if you take the next shuttle off.
Yeah, don't really care about you. I'm surprised that you're surprised by this. That's where my level of surprise is right now. I can't believe that you are surprised. That as a smuggler, I may be helping you, but it's because your goals somewhat coincide with mine. I knew I should have, well, whatever. I should have just stuck to my guns and played this guy neutral the whole way through, but no. Chapter 2, I had to go, hey, let's just be a good guy. Why? Why? Oh, come on. Yeah, let's not have another way up onto this huge platform. Okay. Land on the stupid box. Land on this... Land on this... There we go. Did I seriously just drive past him? No, 'cause he's over here.
My looks get the job. My skills get the pay.
If you say so. Deploys an acquired scrambling field that disrupts the energy signatures of conventional weapons. Field spans 10 meters around you, reducing the damage taken by all allies that remain inside by 20%. Lasts 15 seconds. Can only be used from cover, and exiting cover ends the effect. Could be useful
Don't
in
be a stranger.
PvP situation.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
I'm sure it is. Alright, so if you don't care about Bell Savis anymore, like I don't, you don't have to keep watching. But I have to keep playing. See? If you don't care, you get to stop. I don't care, but I don't get to stop. I have to keep going. Because I'm sure there's one or two of you that, for some reason, do want to see all of Bell Savis through the smuggler's eyes. Not that I blame you or, you know, whatever, but I am not one of those people. This is the planet that the game just completely goes from being fun to being a slog. And nobody likes to slog. But for those of you who do want to see it, hi! How you doing? Now that everybody else has left, I'll tell you some secrets. Not really. I don't have any secrets to tell. At least none that I think that you guys would even care to know that I know or something. I don't know. I mean, I could talk about, you know, random things, I guess. Like my World of Warcraft days, or, you know, first game I ever played, or... Yeah, I guess we could start there. Why not? First game I ever played was with my brother, and it was called The Black Cauldron, based on the cartoon movie by Disney, also known as The Black Cauldron, and is still to this day probably my favorite Disney cartoon movie of all time. And this was of course I was very young, and my brother did most of the playing and I was doing most of the watching, and we would sit there and, you know, listen to music and play the game and, you know, just have fun. And really, it is one of my earliest memories that I hold on to and is still a big part of me, and why I even do this today. And why I play, you know, games like Call of Duty with my nephews. Is because, you know, I have a genuine love of video games, because it's, you know, a deep part of who I am, how I grew up. And we graduated from, you know, the Black Cauldron to, you know, King's Quest. One of the first home consoles called the Atom, that is ADAM, and it was built by, if I remember correctly, Alpha Micro, who was the company other than IBM, who was backed by Motorola, a Motorola processor rather than a Intel processor. Of course, you can pretty much figure out who won that war. Intel and IBM are, of course, still around. Motorola makes cell phones. And Alpha Micro, if I remember correctly, they're still big-ish in Europe.
This'll hurt you a lot more than me.
But, yeah.
Scratch one, loser.
Obviously not Intel or IBM. And, you know, that's where we found... It was like, and if I remember correctly, Black Cauldron was made by Sierra. who of course made King's Quest and Space Quest and Leisure Suit Larry and Quest for Glory, Police Quest, Phantasmagoria, Gabriel Knight. I mean, the list goes on and on of great games that were made by that company. That sadly are not really around anymore. See, if I remember correctly, this is bonus material. Yep. And then of course came, you know, we got the Atari, we got, you know, Nintendo. Where when I was in like kindergarten, first grade, what we would do, well, what I would do is I would start playing a game, and because Nintendo you couldn't save, it was usually codes and things of that nature. What I would do with a lot of games was I would leave, like if I had to go to school, I would leave the Nintendo on, put something in front of it so that, you know, my mom couldn't see that the red power light was on.
Come here, ugly.
Go to school, come back, play for as long as I could, go to bed, wake up at, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning, play before, you know, I had to go to school, and just rinse and repeat. We seem to have run out of bonus stuff. Oh well, whatever. That one respawn? No. What am I doing? Let's get out of here. Who cares? Besides, there's one right there. There's another one right there. But, yeah, in case you were wondering. Stuff about me. I'm not killing 25 more Eshka. What's that? Oh, tutorials. I think we have a pretty good understanding of how to play our class at this point. And I'm not supposed to go over there. You know... We're at 30 minutes, but at this point, who cares? Let's just do stuff. What are you? Kill 25 Ashka. I don't care. Moving on. You know, but video games have always kind of been my thing. I was a heavy hardcore raider in WoW during Vanilla and Burning Crusade, and you know, like a lot of players who go the hardcore route, you get burned out, you get tired, you miss life. You know that thing where you go outside and do stuff? Like date girls and meet people and have fun. You miss that from time to time. Not sure why, but sometimes you do. And, you know, I got tired of it. I got tired of, you know, because I was on a server that didn't really support a hardcore guild. You know, we had to take, you know, we had to go from, you know, having 40 hardcore players to having, you know, 20 hardcore players and 60 softcore players. And, you know, that caused a lot of problems and issues because, you know, when you're dealing with softcore, you don't know if 20 are going to show up, 30 are going to show up, or 10 are going to show
you
up.
a lot more than me. Scratch one loser.
You know, and when 30 show up, they complain that there's no spots. When 20 show up, everybody's happy because everybody gets to go. And when 10 show up, nobody's happy because nobody got to go. So then Burning Crusade came out and they changed it, you know, so that small raids were 10 players instead of, you know, the 25, I think. Was it 20 or 25 for ZG? I want to say it was 20. And AQ20. Well, yeah, because of AQ20. Derp. Don't mind me. I can count. 1, 2, 4, 5. And, well, 25 players for, you know, everything else. Basically, 10-man was, you know, Karazhan. I don't think there... Well, there was ZA? Yeah, it was ZA.
Help me!
Sorry, it's been a while since I've had to think about all this. And, but by that time, our guild was way too big. Like, we had, I think, over 150 some odd, you know, individuals in the guild. You know, and of course that causes a rift, and, you know, it becomes a haves versus have-nots, and, you know, who gets to go versus who doesn't. Situations occur with, you know, Karazhan, and because now there's only room for 10, which means, you know, 2 tanks, 3 healers, and DPS galore. And, oh, but I want to go, oh, but I want to go, oh, but I deserve to go. Well, why do you deserve to go when our best, you know, players are who's going to go? You know, the first time the guild puts together a group to go do all this stuff, why are you complaining? You're not putting the group together. So, you know, of course, frictions happened, and that got in the way, and then everything else occurred that, you know, it was very tiring and made me not want to play. You know, at the time I was the rogue officer. And in case you don't know this, but
Come here, ugly.
rogues can be kind of prissy. You know, they want to be told that they're pretty princesses too. Even though, you know, melee DPS kind of got the short end of the stick on a lot of fights, and, you know, we constantly deal with that to the point that I was basically the only rogue that, you know, ran with Team 1. I think we called us the Beach Team, which was a D-Day reference. You know, and people complain that we took all the best players and stuff when, you know, since I was one of the ones that helped form the team, we didn't take all the best players. We left our best tank out there for someone else to pick up. We left, you know, I think 2 of our best healers. I think we took 2 of our best healers, and we left 2 of, yeah, something along those lines. And, yeah, nobody was happy. Everybody would complain, and, you know, people couldn't do things for themselves, so... Anyway.
Mafurk nahor atiest bi elmu, intisor mahefne.
Tasted the dark side, have they? How enlightening. Killing me will bring them further down the path.
Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija. Bien furk dan mitof, makopiet ni horma, gurm genakt.
The only thing you'll be feasting on is the business end of my blaster.
Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija.
Don't waste words on these vermin. Kill them and be done with it.
Jik inter, mebeg drest pastiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
He may be a Sith, but I won't just sit by and let you butcher him.
Zekien actest vertin huli dikmen kitieb. Ane, hyo hiafne takta. Gorf kiodiam, tiest ziti kor mili kiest madwa. Jik inter, mebeg drest pastiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
Very eloquent, very scary. Now die. You've considerable skill, but Eshka are hardly the deadliest things in these catacombs. You should run along before you hurt yourself.
You've got a funny way of saying thanks.
You fought well, but your participation was a convenience, nothing more. The galaxy is cluttered enough without another faction vying for power. I suppose I'll have to purge these Eshka myself. Otherwise, they might very well destroy your republic. And then what would I have to look forward to?
What a prissy little bastard. So anyway, yeah, Burning Crusade was about the end for me. I came back for Wrath. Wrath was extremely boring to me. By then, the add-ons had become ridiculous. Badge farming had become ridiculous. And, you know, there was no fun in, you know, running heroics. There was no fun in raiding. For me, anyway. And, I didn't want any part of it. And that's why I mean, I've played Kata. I had hoped that some changes were made. But it turned out it got... Well, it was about the same, actually. And I had very little fun there. And so I left and have not looked back. So... I mean, if you guys really want to see me play Mist of Pandaria for some reason... I suppose I could pick it up, but I really don't plan on it right now.
The Eshkot General is dead. But he mentioned something about awakening a world razor that would destroy us all.
Wait, the World Razor? He said that? So maybe it is true. This is bad.
Have you heard about the World Razor before?
Just rumors. Not from the most reliable sources, mind you. A few deep cell inmates were babbling about it. Could barely understand a word they said, much less put any stock in it. Went on about this thing in the planet's core. Claimed it was massive, as old as the galaxy. I thought it was just superstitious nonsense.
A few prisoners and a dying Eshkot aren't the most reliable sources.
The prisoner's terror looked real enough. And the Eshkar may be a lot of things, but they're not liars. If this World Razor actually exists, waking it up is probably the worst thing the Eshkar could do. You've got to stop them. Best place to start is the deep prison. All kinds of ancient monstrosities sealed away down there. You'll be on your own, though. Watch yourself.
You watch yourself. Droid Risha, here we go. You. Yes. Oh yeah, skill point. Kind of forgot about that. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I think we're done with this episode. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And as always, I will see you next time.